Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Milford High School's gymnasium as Milford TV is proud to present coverage of boys basketball. This evening we've got the Milford Scarlet Hawks taking on the visiting Attleboro Blue Bombardiers. Two teams definitely in search of a turnaround on this early part of this 2014-2015 season. Both teams currently residing in last place in their respective divisions in the Hockomock League. Who will turn it around? We will find out in just a few moments. Anthony Mazzini will join me on the call next here on Milford TV. Welcome back into the Milford High School Gymnasium, ladies and gentlemen. Just about ready to get this game underway. It is Milford taking on the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers, and it is Milford who controls the opening tip. Again, two teams looking to turn their fortunes around. Milford enters this game with an overall record on the season of 2-7. Attleboro comes in with just a single win on the year, just 1-8. The first shot from the Scarlet Hawks misses. A second chance from three-point range, and it bounces home. And the first points of this game belong to Dwight Anderson, one of the captains on this squad. And as I welcome in my color commentator for the game this evening, Anthony Mazzini, this Milford team looking for that spark to really get this season going.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here tonight, and I'm looking forward to a great game here. Two teams, like you said, looking to turn it around, and I think this one could go either way.
Attleboro now looking to answer back there. Big man Kyle Murphy trying to force his way inside. Instead, Attleboro takes it back out to the perimeter. And stolen by the Hawks. They push the tempo, go right to the rim, but unfortunately unable to get the roll was Sean Arcolano. Now it's Attleboro quickly answering back, but the ball kicked out of bounds. And possession will belong to the Bombardiers. 6 minutes and 54 seconds to go in this first quarter, just underway here. An early 3-0 lead for the Milford Scarlet Hawks.
Good showing from Milford so far on defense, not really letting anything happen. And right as I say it, Attleboro scores. But a couple good steals, they look good so far.
Down to a 1-point lead in these early goings for the Hawks. As again, they get it back into the hands of Dwight Anderson, one of the leaders on this team. He hands off. The shot from the corner rims out, but the rebound again goes to the Hawks. They've done a good job on these first few possessions, getting that second chance off the glass. Really living by the three-point shot.
Yeah, but they're getting open shots, so it's good so far. Good ball movement, good movement.
Missed shot there for the Bombardiers. Again, looking for that offensive rebound. No good. Attleboro. That time, Milford able to come the other way and get the points and the foul with an even 6 minutes to go in the quarter. To the line goes number 14, Jack Tamani. Zach Tamani looking to complete the three-point play. And just can't get the bounce. A 5-2 lead now for Milford. Murphy looking for the inbounds pass. Comes in hot to Alex Silva. Attleboro nearly pinned to that far sideline. Now trying to swing it around is Lucas Bokasot. Possession stays with the Bombardiers. Watch the two JV teams finish up just moments ago. The Milford JV squad able to come away with the victory. A little hook shot under the basket for Murphy, no good, but the Bombardiers able to get the second chance effort. 5-4 now, just a 1-point lead again.
When you look at these two teams, you can clearly tell that Attleboro is a lot taller, but I think that Milford still has a great chance to come out with a win here today just based off their athleticism and speed.
Milford, of course, under new management this season. Paul Seaver, the first-year head coach for the Milford Scarlet Hawks, the second year in which they've had a coaching change at the top. Looking to really find some stability in the Scarlet Hawks boys basketball program. The whistle here stops the clock with 5:17 to go.
Yeah, they have some big shoes to fill replacing Coach Manguso. He left a legacy here, and they're just looking for someone right now who's able to fill those shoes. And despite the rough start from Milford, I think they're really starting to put the pieces together.
Coach Manguso, 3 decades at the helm of this program, bringing a lot of success, including in his last year in which the team went all the way to a Division I Central title. Another 3-point shot, long range, this one out of the hands of Brian Kibbe, another Milford captain. Possession now going to the Bombardiers, still a 5-4 score almost midway through this opening quarter. They get the pass in again to Alex Silva. And to the rim goes Ricky Gutierrez. He takes the points. And Attleboro takes their first lead of the night.
Excellent play there by Attleboro.
Attleboro, a team in transition, a lot of senior leadership graduating from their squad from last year, including 1,000-point scorer Tim Walsh, who was one of the elite players, multi-sport star in the Hockomock League last year for both football and basketball, losing some other captains as well. So again, these are 2 programs who are really looking to rebuild, retool in this very difficult Hockomock League. Forcing his way inside is Arcolano. Again, Attleboro just not getting the bounces their way here in this first quarter, but they're able to get the steal here. And again, it's Arcolano up tempo, but can't get it up over the rim. The ball goes out of play. It will stay Milford basketball.
Excellent job getting back by Arcolano. He didn't worry that his shot didn't go in. He got back, went to play defense, and wound up getting the steal and the ball back for Milford.
Arcolano will take the inbounds pass. He gets it right back into the hands of Tamani. Coming down to an even 4 minutes to play in this first quarter. A 1-point lead for the Bombardiers. The shot blocked. It looked like Josh Ribeiro, leading scorer for the Bombardiers, able to get a hand on that one, but now losing control of the basketball for Attleboro was Bokasot. Arcolano will inbound. Sean Arcolano, a multi-sport star for Milford Athletics. We saw him bring that same energy we've seen so far in this first quarter on the football field.
Talk about fast. He is one of the fastest guys I've ever seen. Really runs the floor well.
Back out for Anderson. Anderson takes the off-balance shot. It'll be a traveling violation. Murphy back to send it in for Attleboro. 3:31 to play here in the first quarter. Just a 6-5 score. Not entirely unexpected from these 2 teams. Offense at times has been at a premium for both of these squads. So far on the season, Milford scoring an average of 47.2 points per game. Attleboro, on the other hand, 49.4 points, so pretty similar. You'd expect this to be a very close, possibly low-scoring game.
Nate Davila into the game now for Milford, just checked in for Arcolano. Excellent ball handler.
Davila, a sophomore, and of course, responsible for one of the real highlight moments. Was that shot from Anderson just misses. Another 3, this one off the mark. And Attleboro is able to get the defensive board.
Milford's been shooting a lot of 3s here in the beginning. I'd like to see them get to the basket a little bit more.
That time it's Alex Croto who's able to get the steal and put it in to put Milford back on top, 7-6. Attleboro down into the near corner. The ball will go back to the Scarlet Hawks. Good buzz here in the gymnasium tonight. These fans looking to really get into this one. But now a steal for the Bombardiers. The shot contested, but it goes through for Steve Dio. 2:34 to play. Long leading pass to Anderson. He feeds it inside. The shot no good for Croteau. Tough rebound fought for by Croteau. Now they'll work it back outside. Another three, and it bounces in for Davila.
Kibbe kept that play alive. He didn't get the rebound, but he was able to get up there and get a tip on it, and Croteau was able to come down with the rebound. Excellent play. Good hard work.
10-8 now with Milford in the lead, the first team to reach double digits on the night. Now some hard work inside from Murphy on Attleboro's side. The shot doesn't fall. And again, Croteau, physical presence underneath the basket. The shot doesn't go on the other end for Kibbe. 1:48 to play in this first quarter. Attleboro with the basketball. Attleboro, their head coach, Mark Houle, also the school's athletic director. Long tenured coach here in the Hockomock League. Now Dio with the shot, no good. The putback goes through for Josh Ribeiro.
Seeing a lot of good things from both teams here. Quick pace, getting open shots as Kibbe knocks one down.
Kibbe, the little kiss off the glass, and it's a 2-point lead again for the Scarlet Hawks. Ribeiro looked like he wanted to push that inside. Instead, sends the pass back out to Gutierrez. Now they'll swing it back in for Murphy. The whistle stops the clock with 1:09 to go in the quarter. Still first quarter action here in Milford. Tim Coet and Anthony Mazzini on the call. Big man Kyle Murphy to the line for the Blue Bombardiers. His first shot attempt is short. Looking to cut it to a 1-point game now with the second effort. And it goes through. Dwight Anderson now ball handling. Tamani and Anderson back and forth. Now here's Anderson. Comes up against a wall of defenders. They'll call the travel.
Good cut though by Kibbe. He knew where the open space was. He just wasn't able to execute.
Some substitutions made for Coach Seaver before we continue. Now Attleboro back up the floor with less than a minute left to play in quarter number one. Gutierrez gets it inside. Block from behind. Excellent play by Torres. Fresh into the game. Now the feed inside to Croteau, blocked, fighting for it. And now the foul. The foul will go on Alex Croteau. 26 seconds left now, just a 1-point game. The officials getting everything straight on the floor before we continue. Right now talking things over with Coach Houle. Lighthearted conversation. Everybody seems to be set to go now, so we will continue as Attleboro gets the ball into Ricky Gutierrez. Shot clock turned off here, so Attleboro can play for the final shot if they choose to. Instead, the ball ends up out of bounds off of Attleboro. So instead it will be Milford with 14 seconds left, a chance to extend their 1-point lead. No, instead the possession does stay with the Bombardiers. It looked as if Attleboro had committed the turnover.
Good move inside. Excellent move.
Underneath the basket, Tim Christensen. So Attleboro swings back in front. Final seconds now. They get it to Anderson. It counts. for three at the buzzer, Dwight Anderson. And that pumps up the Milford bench, that pumps up the Milford crowd, and it puts the Scarlet Hawks back on top by a score of 15-13. So an entertaining end to that quarter. And so again, Anthony, pretty much what you would have expected out of this first quarter. Two teams feeling each other out, two teams battling back and forth on the scoreboard, and just a 2-point difference between these two teams after the first 8 minutes.
Absolutely, both teams are playing hard. Like I said earlier, I've seen a lot of good things out of both teams so far, and like the end of that first quarter there, it should come down to an exciting finish.
So we'll have the start of the second quarter when we come back. Again, you're watching coverage of Milford boys basketball right here on Milford TV. Beginning of the second quarter now for Milford. The Scarlet Hawks with a 15-13 advantage over the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers. A little Hockomock League crossover action. Milford part of the Davenport division, Attleboro part of the Kelly Rex. The long three from Davila is no good. Attleboro with the rebound. On the other end, the shot won't fall. Dwight Anderson with the defensive board. Milford continuing to look for the long ball. Attleboro pushing the tempo the other way. Bocasote now inside for Christensen. Off the glass and no good. Rebound Milford. So up and down the floor we go. No points to speak of in these first 60 seconds of quarter number two. Now Croto through traffic. Little underhand shot won't fall, and now Milford gets the rebound. Excuse me, Attleboro with the rebound. Underneath the basket, it's Christensen. Christensen will head to the line. They haven't put the points up on the scoreboard.
I believe it's an and one.
That's what it appeared to be. Now talking things over with the scorekeeper. Christensen will be at the line. Scoreboard continues to read 15-13 in favor of Milford. And now they put the points up there, so a three-point play completed by Tim Christensen. And it now puts Attleboro on top 16-15. The pass inside, and all the way to the basket goes Isaiah Washington off the bench for his first 2 points of the night, and that gets a big cheer out of the crowd.
He showed a lot of promise early on this season, and he's continued here with a good start.
We'll call the foul here. Coach Seaver with some words for his team from the sidelines. As Attleboro will inbound from in front of the Milford bench. They get it into the backcourt to Ethan Dunbow. Now they swing it around to Brendan Nunes as they get a lot of their bench activated here in the early part of the second quarter. Still a 1-point lead for Milford, 6:06 to play in the first half. As the captain, Brian Kibbe, looks to check back into the game.
Good minutes out of Torres, though. He played hard.
Tim Christensen once again at the line. First shot goes through for Christensen. That ties the game up at 17.
This will be interesting for the rest of the half with 6 minutes left. Milford already in the 1-on-1 situation. That might come back to bite them. Excuse me, Attleboro's in the 1-on-1.
Christensen now with 7 points, 3 of those from the line. Now here's Anderson, a little mid-range shot won't fall. Milford with Just 2 points so far in the second quarter, only trailing by 1. Working baseline now is Attleboro. And again, another foul committed. So Attleboro right back to the line. Dunbo this time. So Anthony, like you said a moment ago, Attleboro now with an opportunity to really do some damage at the line for the rest of this half.
Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot of times. It's either made or break a team, and it looks like Attleboro's getting to the line quite a lot tonight. And when you can score points without the clock running, it could really help your chances.
That shot blocked on the way by, out of the hands of Kibbe. It will stay Milford basketball with 16 left on the shot clock. Here's Arquilano through traffic. Hook shot doesn't fall, but Arquilano fights for it back and gets it through this time. Another athletic play out of Sean Arquilano.
I've liked what I've seen out of him tonight. He's been all over the floor, hustling, working hard. That's all you can ask for out of a basketball player.
Very off-balance shot from Kyle Murphy, but it draws the contact once again.
It appears that Attleboro is just too big and too dominant down low. Milford doesn't really have anyone that they can match up with. Multiple guys over 6 feet for Attleboro.
It's already double bonus territory now for Attleboro with still 4:56 to go in the second quarter. A 21-19 lead now for the Bombardiers. Kibbe back outside to Arquilano. Calling for it was Anderson. He takes the three-point shot. It rims out. Fighting for the rebound, but instead picked up by Dunbo the other way. The shot and the foul.
Attleboro really getting some momentum here.
And it looks like we'll have a timeout here on the floor with 4 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Attleboro with the lead now, up 23-19 over your Milford Scarlet Hawks, as we bring you coverage of Milford High School boys basketball here on Milford TV.
Looks like we're going to get a performance from the Milford cheerleaders here. Nationally renowned cheerleading squad. I feel like that's important to say.
That's right, another trip to a national championship for this cheerleading squad here in Milford. They won a national title back in, I believe, 2013. Very impressive group here. You'll get to hear more about the cheerleading squad coming up in just a couple of weeks on the Milford Informer, which you can check out every Friday night at 7:30 on Milford TV. Bringing you all of the latest community news, events, sports highlights, and more. Milford back out on the floor. Attleboro now back out on the floor. As Ethan Dunbo looks to complete the three-point play and extend the lead for the visitors to 5. Successful shot. 24-19 now your score. Trapped inside was Davila. And now it's Arquilano. Strong move to the basket, and he gets the shot.
He's really playing well here tonight.
He's made a lot of good things happen when the basketball is in his hands.
And even when it's not in his hands, he's just making plays, forcing Attleboro to do things they might not want to do.
Another quick timeout called, so the pace of this game starting to slow down a little bit here as we still have a little over 4 minutes to play. As this will be a 60-second timeout on the floor, so we'll take the quick break. Back with more next here on Milford TV. Back out of the timeout now, exactly 4 minutes to play in this first half. And Attleboro, a little floater goes through out of the hands of Bokasot. And now a 26-21 lead.
Good pass.
All alone in the far wing was Dwight Anderson, but the shot doesn't fall. Pass goes out of bounds. Attleboro basketball. And again, it's clear that that outside shot is really a big hallmark of this Milford offense, and when that's just not falling for you with regularity like it has been in this first half, it can sometimes really slow down your offense.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know if that was part of the game plan tonight. I don't know if that's just the inability for Milford to get it inside due to the length of Attleboro, or if Coach Seaver actually wanted them to shoot more threes than usual, but they have shot a lot of threes tonight here.
Scrum for the basketball. A couple of players diving to the floor. The clock is stopped with 3:18 to go. Kyle Murphy able to win that battle for Attleboro.
Looks like Milford went a little taller. Austin Albano checking into the game here.
Ribeiro with the ball. He feeds it inside to Murphy. Two defenders on Murphy. Draws the contact and right back to the line.
From what I've seen here tonight, Murphy is just an excellent player on the block. Uses his body well. Excellent skill set. Shaping up to be a real good player.
His first free throw does not fall. Murphy, I believe a junior. He's listed as a sophomore on the roster we received. But Murphy, a multi-sport star for Attleboro. A big presence on the defensive line on the football team, and a player that has actually attracted some college recruiting attention. I believe Clemson, a school that has taken a look at Murphy.
Wow. That would be something.
Milford now trying to push that tempo. 3 minutes to go in the half, and the whistle stops the clock. It looks like this time it's Murphy called for the foul.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to take a seat now. Don't want to risk losing him for the rest of the game.
So an opportunity here for Milford with the big man on the bench, at least for the moment. 2:55 to play in the half. As Tamani sets things up outside. This one for two. No good from Albano. The putback good. I believe that was Anderson.
Yeah, it looked like he finished through contact there. That could have been a foul, but didn't go Milford's way.
A 4-point lead now for Attleboro, 27-23. Ribeiro, the pump fake.
Good hands.
A steal in the lane. Torres, now he gets it back. Long pass into the hands of Albano. Now they'll get it back to Tamani. Anderson now works his way inside. Tries to get the bank off the glass. The shot no good, but the foul is there.
That's what I'd like to see Milford do more of. Obviously, the three-point shot has been a little rough for them tonight, but once they get the ball down low, they seem to be drawing fouls and making shots through contact, so the more they can get it down there, the better.
First shot is good from Dwight Anderson.
And they're an excellent free throw shooting team. I get to see them at practice every once in a while, and they're always working on free throw shooting. It's a big part of the game.
It's a one-possession game now, a chance to cut it to 2, and both shots fall through for Anderson. 27-25, and now the steal. Anderson again working baseline, kicks it back out. And now into Isaiah Washington, tries to turn around.
Again, getting it down low, get to the line. Score without the clock moving.
Washington a chance to tie this game up if he can knock them both through.
And as a sophomore on this team, he also shows a lot of promise. He's proved that he can score.
Gets the second shot to fall through. So a one-point game, 27-26. Attleboro with the lead and the ball. A couple of quick passes down the floor, and now it's Ribeiro for 3. It's short, but the putback there. Alex Silva with the bucket for the Bombardiers, 29-26. Less than 90 seconds to play until halftime. Torres' shot is short, but he is able to get his own rebound. But Milford commits the travel. Attleboro in no particular hurry as they take the ball across half court. Almost losing control of it was Gutierrez. Now back outside for 3. It won't fall. Attleboro gets the rebound. Washington tries to strip it, but commits the foul.
Looks like Attleboro's a little lost right now without Murphy in the game. It's kind of a mix between inside and outside, and not many shots are falling for them right now.
And if I remember correctly, Attleboro graduating 4 of their 5 starters from last season's team. Murphy the only starter to remain, so that's a lot of leadership on his shoulders. And you can certainly see when he is not in there, that leadership is definitely missing. 29-26 as the fans are entertained once again by the cheerleaders.
Another excellent performance.
And again, an entertaining ball game. We mentioned the scoring issues for these two teams coming in. Both teams averaging right around 48 points per game.
Looks like they might exceed that here tonight. About 30 points a half, looking around 60.
Both teams back out there now out of the timeout. Just seconds to go in this first half. Milford with the ball. So now we have exactly 1 minute to go. The pass ahead to Anderson, stops in his tracks. Now it's Tamani back outside. Torres trying to get the bounce pass into Washington, but it ricochets out of play.
If Milford could get a quick shot here, they could hopefully get another possession before the end of the half.
Torres looking to get it in. Gets it in the hands of Tamani. Now it's Anderson, the whistle. The foul going against Attleboro, and once again, it will be Isaiah Washington at the free throw line.
Yeah, now Milford's starting to get to the line a little more. Too bad there's only 41 seconds left, but they'll take what they can get now.
Washington makes his first. Chance to make it a 1-point game. And that one in and out. fight for possession momentarily. Attleboro is able to get it. They only have 4 men up the floor, as slow to get up was Alex Silva. But the foul committed by the Hawks. And again, it's Christensen who's had his share of opportunities at the line here in the first half.
Yeah, it seems like every time Attleboro's at the line, it's always Christensen.
Off the back iron on his first attempt. So we'll stay a 1-possession game with 34 seconds to go. As Christensen makes his second. Milford getting themselves set. The inbounds goes to Torres. Torres guarded closely by Dunbo. He's able to get the pass away to Albano, right back to Torres. 20 seconds to go in the half as Attleboro's able to get the steal. Shot clock now turned off. From 3-point range, Gutierrez's shot is no good. The ball out of play.
That was a bad turnover there for Milford. Had the chance to take the final shot, bring some momentum into the half, and they still can, but less time now.
Just 5 seconds left. It's now Milford up the floor. Torres gets the pass away. The shot looked like it might have been tipped on the way through out of the hands of Austin Albano, and that is how the first half comes to a close. So again, it stayed competitive all the way through that first half, Anthony, and a 30-27 lead for Attleboro as the two teams head to the locker room. Still anybody's game.
Yeah, a lot of back and forths there. 1 minute Milford was leading, next minute Attleboro was leading, and I'm looking forward to the exciting second half.
So 16 minutes down, 16 minutes to go. We will have the start of the second half in just a few moments. Again, you are watching coverage of Milford High School boys basketball here on Milford TV. We are back for the start of the second half here in Milford. It is the Scarlet Hawks taking on the visiting Attleboro Blue Bombardiers. Tim Coet and Anthony Mazzini here on the call for Milford TV. A 30-27 lead for the visitors as we get underway here in the third quarter. Attleboro on their opening possession. They feed it into their big man Kyle Murphy back into the game, and Murphy collects the first 2 points of the third quarter.
Yeah, that first half had a little of everything, I think. I don't think we were surprised by much of what happened. A lot of transition, fast pace, good defense.
Kibbe misses the shot on the other end. Attleboro quickly collects the rebound.
Milford's got to limit these fouls here. Not only are they going to put themselves in the terror of the one-on-one, but these personal fouls are going to start racking up.
They don't list the fouls here on the scoreboard, but I would imagine you've got more than one Milford player at this point in a little bit of foul trouble. Kyle Murphy to the free throw line.
Yeah, Murphy seems to be the go-to guy on this Attleboro team. I mean, he's big, he's strong, knows how to put the ball in the hoop.
Can't finish the first free throw attempt. Bounces off the front of the rim. To the bench goes Alex Croteau. Back into the game, Isaiah Washington.
Yeah, and I think he represents the best chance they have of matching up with Murphy. I wonder if he's going to be matched up with him.
Murphy misses both free throws, but he's able to secure the rebound. Now it's Ribeiro from 3-point range. The shot no good. Another chance for the Bombardiers. Ribeiro thinks about it from 3. Takes a few steps inside. Can't get the roll around the rim. Again, Attleboro fighting for the rebound. Locked up on the floor with Arcolano. And it looks like Sean Arcolano indeed won the battle. A lot of chances on that possession for the Bombardiers, but a couple of missed free throws, a couple of missed outside shots, and it remains a 32-27 game. Now it's Arcolano from 3, and it is good.
Milford's got to keep getting him the ball. He seems to be doing it all tonight.
Now a near botched pass in the backcourt for Attleboro. They get it ahead to Ribeiro. He gets around Washington and takes it all the way to the basket for 2. A 4-point lead for Attleboro. The ball through the cheerleaders and out of play. It will stay Milford basketball. Again, Milford 2-7 on the season. Attleboro 1-8. As the ball again gets swatted out of play.
Cheerleaders move pretty fast to get out of the way of that one. It's like a bomb was coming over there.
This time they give a little more space. And too much time taken from Brian Kibbe on the inbounds pass.
Good defense by Attleboro, though, not letting him get it in.
And now it's Murphy for Attleboro from just beyond our position. A 4-point lead for the Bombardiers with 6:11 to play in the third quarter. Now Gutierrez in the corner, feeds it back outside. They swing it around to Ribeiro. In through traffic, almost stolen. Now Ribeiro will take the shot. It rims out, rebound. The second shot won't fall for Attleboro, but now a third chance. Attleboro has been extending these early possessions with good rebounding. Ribeiro can't get the bank shot, and now finally Dwight Anderson puts an end to it.
Yeah, these first few minutes here in the third quarter have really highlighted Attleboro's length. They've been able to keep balls alive, a lot of offensive rebounds. Milford just can't buy a rebound.
Tamani tries to let it float to the basket, takes the contact.
He's a young player too. He should develop nicely. Also shown a lot of potential.
The first shot rattles through. First trip to the line tonight for Zach Tamani. Attleboro will give Ribeiro a rest, Josh Ribeiro. As the second shot goes in and out for Tamani. 34-31. That ball must have taken a bounce out of bounds off of the Bombardiers as Milford retains possession underneath the basket. It was Washington. Now Anderson looking for the shot. He takes contact. Clock stopped with 5:15 to play in the quarter.
Yeah, I didn't see quite what happened there. It looked like it was off Milford, but must have gone off Attleboro, and Milford was able to get another possession out of it.
A fresh shot clock as Torres gets the ball back in play. Anderson, a floating pass into Washington. He gets the bucket, and it's a 1-point lead now for Attleboro, 34-33.
Excellent pass there by Anderson. He saw the mismatch and was able to exploit it.
A dangerous pass on the other end for Attleboro, but it pays off. And the foul goes against Milford on top of it. And once again, it is Tim Christensen who will head to the free throw line.
He must have gone to the line about 10 times tonight. Just knows how to use his body and draw contact. Knocks down the first one.
It's his 5th point from the free throw line. Two for two. Ten points in all in the game for Tim Christensen. Here's Torres now. Now from the corner, that shot long from Tamani.
Yeah, Albano's going to have a tough task down low handling Murphy. Be curious to see how he fares. Good athlete, though. He should do well.
Here's Gutierrez now, 4:19 to play in this third quarter action.
Looks like Milford setting up a little zone here. What it looked like.
As the pass was deflected out of bounds. Fans in the stands getting the basketball back to the official with 4:13 to play. It's still just a one-possession game. I believe the biggest lead we've seen tonight has just been 5 points, so these teams have kept it very close. It's Gutierrez slicing through traffic. The ball deflected. And this time the foul goes against Attleboro.
Yeah, I think Milford got away with one there. Croto had his arm tangled around one of Attleboro's guys, and looks like the officials missed that one. But good for Milford.
A near steal, Anderson able to come away with it. Now getting it back outside, back into the hands of Anderson. He's guarded close. Cross-court pass.
Good skip pass there. Found the open man. Tamani's able to take it to the hoop and draw contact. Again, I'd like to see Milford do a little more of that, getting it to the hoop. That three-point shot was not working in the first half.
So now Tamani back to the line. He's able to knock the first one home. Attleboro a quick sub before we get the next shot. Second shot misfires. Now here's Attleboro, great speed up the floor, and the finish at the basket for Ethan Dunbow. Back up to a 4-point lead for the visitors. A little over 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Anderson thinks about it from three, kicks it back outside. The three-point shot off the mark from Davila. The ball ends up in the Milford bench.
Not a great possession there for Milford. They weren't able to get the ball down low, and not a bad shot, but not a great one either. It goes back to Attleboro.
A little pressure in the backcourt now from Milford. Opens things up on the other end, and in the back door with the bucket is Brendan Nunes. Milford spreading themselves a little thin that time.
Good timeout there. Got to settle everyone down.
Stops the clock with 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. We'll step aside for the timeout. More in just a minute, with Milford trailing Attleboro by a score of 40-34 here on coverage of Milford boys basketball on Milford TV. Back out of the timeout now. You've continued to see the wheels turning for Coach Seaver and this Milford offense, trying to make those in-game adjustments to battle against the size of this Attleboro team. Still a close matchup, 40-34 the score, with Attleboro in the lead.
Yeah, I think that's been the story of their season so far. They've had spurts of great offense and great defense, and they've had spurts of great offense and great defense, and they just haven't been able to put it together.
Croto able to get the bucket to again narrow that scoring gap. Awkward pass from Attleboro, they get away with it. Back outside, 15 on the shot clock. And the foul is committed. Nunes to send it back in. Gets it in the hands of Bokasot. Now Christensen, a step inside the three-point line, halfway down, but it bounces out. Anderson hesitates, tries to take it to the basket, gets the foul.
Looks like Milford has shied away from the three-point ball here in the second half and seems to be paying dividends for him, getting to the line a little bit more.
Anderson knocks down his first. Dwight Anderson with 6 points in the first quarter, and a little bit quieter since. Was 1 for 2 at the line that trip. A 3-point lead for the Attleboro Blue Bombardiers with time winding down here in the third quarter. Milford gets the steal. Anderson right back up the floor. The pass away, able to set his feet for the three-point shot was Davila, no good, but Milford able to reset. Now again to the basket. The shot from Kibbe, no good. And finally, it's Arquilano who finishes the possession with 2 points.
Great steal by Croto on the other end, set up that play.
Just a 1-point differential. 1:11 to go in the third quarter.
This gym is about ready to jump out of their seats.
Looks like we'll have a timeout. And again, Arquilano making good things happen. A real high energy player, really all game long, but it's been a lot of players contributing to this third quarter explosion here in these late minutes.
Yeah, if I'd have to give a start of the game so far, it might have to be Arquilano. Even when he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he's just making plays happen and moving the ball around, moving without the ball, just knows where to be. He's a great overall athlete, great basketball IQ, and he's been a real difference maker tonight.
And again, we talked about it earlier in the game, two teams with rocky starts to the season, and when you get to this point, Anthony, only 2 wins on the year in 9 tries. How shaky is that confidence? Is it a situation where you get into the game and you're almost looking for what's going to go wrong, or is it just something you're trying hard to fight through?
Yeah, I've been on teams that have been in similar situations to this, and it is demoralizing. You kind of go out and you're like, oh, we got to play again. Like, at some points you don't really want to play, but that doesn't seem to be the case with Milford. They seem every game they want to come out, they want to be competitive, they want to run with teams, they want to score with teams, and I mean, that's all you can ask for as a coach, and I think Coach Seaver should be very proud of his guys so far, despite the rough start.
Coming down to the final minute of play now in the third quarter. You can really start to feel the energy in this gym. But a big bucket from Kyle Murphy.
When in doubt, give it to Murphy, I guess. I mean, just so powerful, so strong.
Quiets the crowd just a bit as Murphy will look to finish off the three-point play. Gets the bucket. Puts it back up to a 4-point lead. Milford has not led so far in the second half. Here's Arquilano off the rim. Rebound secured by the Hawks. Just 38 seconds to play. Anderson again fighting inside. Looks like they'll call the foul on Ribeiro of Attleboro. It's been a good mindset for Dwight Anderson in this third quarter, really getting more aggressive towards the basket. But a turnover here for the Hawks. And Murphy on the other side, and it's Anderson who commits the foul.
Yeah, I wonder if Milford will resort to starting to foul Murphy a little bit more, make him earn his points from the line. I know that contradicts what I was saying earlier about fouling less, but you can't just give him easy points inside either. Prime example, he misses his first free throw, comes up short. Now he can only get 1 point instead of 2.
Be just 25 seconds left once play resumes. Murphy 1 for 2. Davila almost surprised by that pass from Kibbe. Kibbe and Davila back and forth. Now Kibbe inside, and another whistle stops the clock with 8 seconds to go.
Looks like Milford's working towards the same situation Attleboro was in last half. Getting a lot of fouls drawn, getting towards the line.
Kibbe looking to get that pass in. A nice athletic move to save it by Davila. Takes the shot inside, gets it to roll through as time expires. A nice way to close out the quarter for Milford. And it'll be just a 3-point differential as we head into the final 8 minutes. 44 for Attleboro, 41 for Milford. And again, this game has been entertaining from the start. These are two teams that you can feel really want to turn their fortunes around. And it's anybody's guess as to how these final 8 minutes are going to go, Anthony.
Yeah, that's the second quarter that we've had an exciting finish right at the buzzer, and I think that might turn over into the fourth quarter too. Who knows? We might come down with a game-tying buzzer beater or a game-winning buzzer beater. You never know.
We'll start the fourth quarter in just a moment. Tim Coet and Anthony Mazzini here on the call for Milford boys basketball on Milford TV. We will be right back. Attleboro to inbound the basketball as we begin this fourth quarter, and already a near steal from Arquilano. The pass just does get away to Ethan Dunbo. And now Arquilano gets the steal all alone on the other end, and he lays it in for 2 points.
There he is, all over the court. Gotta love it. Oh, almost steals it again. Might steal it again.
A scrum on the floor. Ribeiro just able to get away with it, and he sends the pass out of bounds. And somehow that will stay Attleboro ball, not sure how.
But you gotta love the hustle by Arquilano. He's done a little of everything here tonight. I sound repetitive, but I can't help but say it enough.
Almost 3 steals in the first 5 seconds of this fourth quarter. The one-handed shot from Dunbo, no good. Here's Ribeiro now. His shot doesn't fall, but the possession continues. The shot off the side of the backboard, and it goes out of play. Still Attleboro basketball.
Oh,
now the quick pass inside and the block by you-know-who, Sean Arquilano.
He's full of energy right now. I think they need to feed the ball through him, let him make plays.
We'll have a timeout on the floor. You can see right now more energy on the Milford side, and particularly Arquilano. And I know you mentioned it's repetitive to say, but when you have a player like that that just seems to have a buzz about him out there on the floor, it can really be a huge weapon on your side.
Yeah, and he pumps the rest of the team up too. I mean, he can go out there and do all he wants, but if the guys don't follow suit, it doesn't matter much, but they seem to be following his lead, and hopefully that'll pay dividends for Milford. Good showing from the Attleboro cheer squad.
About 20 seconds to go on the timeout. It's just a 1-point game right now, 44-43. Milford now back out on the floor. Coverage of boys basketball here on Milford TV. We've also been doing a lot of coverage of the Milford hockey team, who has had a red-hot start to this season. You can check out those games on the Milford TV educational channel in their entirety. They're also available for viewing on our YouTube channel. Search for My Milford TV on YouTube to find all of our content.
It's amazing how they've turned their program around. A few years ago, they weren't winning any games. Now they're one of the most highly regarded teams in the Hockomock, both Davenport and Kelly Rex.
No question about it. Back-to-back seasons making the playoffs for the Milford hockey team, and currently in first place in the Davenport division standings this year. Coming down to the final 6 minutes of this basketball game, still a 44-43 score, as Attleboro is able to fight one in. And now the big block. Alex Silva, we've seen that a few times, just swatting the ball out of play with authority. Arquilano now baseline, trying for the reverse lay-in, no good.
Curious to see how Coach Seaver manages some of his older guys' minutes. I think it's important down the stretch in these close games. You gotta keep the more mature, more experienced guys on the court. So I'm curious to see what he does with guys like Arquilano, Kibbe, Croto.
The foul's really starting to mount on both sides as we get into these final minutes, as Dunbo makes the free throw shot. Back up to a 4-point lead with one more shot to go from the line. We've seen Milford put the offense together in spurts, but so far they haven't been able to quite get over that hump and tie up the game or take the lead. They have not had a lead since the closing minutes of the second quarter. Now here's Anderson. Anderson gets a big shot.
Maybe that'll spark a run for Milford. Like you've said, they've had spurts, 2, 3, 4 points at a time, but they haven't been able to go on that 7-0, 7-1, 7-2 run.
Attleboro pinned down on the sideline, and Coach Houle calls the timeout. So a big 3-point shot right there from Dwight Anderson, and now it's a 48-46 score. Just 2 points separating these teams, a one-possession game. We're coming down to a very exciting finish here in the Milford Gymnasium. We'll have more in just a moment here on Milford TV. When these two teams met up a season ago, it was in Attleboro's gym. And at that point, it was a lopsided victory for the Bombardiers, a 76-58 final score. Not the case here tonight, a very competitive basketball game.
Personally, as a student athlete here at Milford High, I wish we got to play more of the Kelly Rex teams, maybe more than one time a year, excuse me. Even though the different school sizes, I feel like every time the two divisions meet, it's always a competitive game.
They call for the jump ball inside, and the possession arrow going Milford's way. Milford able to lock up Alex Silva. And a chance here to tie up the game on this possession.
Or take the lead if they go back to their three-point shooting.
Here's Arquilano, he's double teamed. It's Anderson from three again, and he drains it. Dwight Anderson, another big three, and there is your first lead for Milford since the first half, 49-48.
I'll act like I didn't call that he was going to shoot a three there.
Josh Ribeiro now the other way. His shot doesn't fall. Washington with the rebound. Attleboro back on their heels as Milford pushes the tempo. Still 5 minutes to play.
A lot of momentum for Milford right now. They need to keep this going.
Arquilano now with the two, no good. Rebound Attleboro.
Key for Milford now is to limit their fouls. They don't want to put Attleboro on the line as they commit a foul.
Bocasat to the line. A 1-point lead for Milford. Crucial free throws will be a big part of the rest of this quarter. And again, still a long way to go. 4:46.
Absolutely, plenty of time for both teams.
Arcolano will get a rest here. He gets a rousing cheer from the Milford fans and also from his teammates.
I'm guessing it's only going to be a short break. They got to keep him on the floor as long as possible.
So big free throw there for Bocasot. 49 all. The steal. Silva the other way. He tries to slam it home and he misses, but fortunately there for the putback was Gutierrez.
That would have been very impressive. The only time I've ever seen a dunk in this gym was Mike Tracy a few years ago, and that really got the crowd going. I'm sure that would have had the same effect if that just happened here.
Washington with the feed inside. He lost the handle momentarily, gets it back. First shot no good. Here's Croto inside. And it falls through eventually. The netting got wrapped up. But they count the bucket and a chance for a three-point play from Croto.
I've had the privilege of watching him grow as a player, and it's been impressive. He was always a great athlete, great scorer, great defender, but he's really become one of the top talents on this team as a senior.
And he knocks home the free throw, completes the three-point play, and again gives Milford the lead, 52-51. Back and forth we go. A long lead pass from Murphy. It's Dunbo to Gutierrez. Dunbo again, one-handed shot.
Nice touch there. Able to get in the lane and finish.
That one poked away by Silva. It stays Milford ball. Nate Davila to send it in. Gets it to Washington. 3:39 to play. The lead back on the Attleboro side, 53-52. The three-point shot off the mark. Rebound goes to Gutierrez in Attleboro. He tries to go coast to coast. Shot off the back of the rim. Murphy's there underneath, and he draws the foul.
Good to see a big man running the floor like Murphy does. A lot of times you see guys jogging up the court, but he runs hard. He's a great player.
More crucial free throws. Big one there from Murphy. Hasn't had the greatest luck from the line. Back into the game now for Milford comes Arcolano. Tamani to the bench. One more free throw coming up for Kyle Murphy. That one off the front of the rim, but Attleboro's able to get the rebound. But now out of bounds. It will be Milford basketball here, trailing by 2.
Looks like Anderson's in a little pain here. Looks like he got hit in the wrong spot.
Trying to shrug it off. Quick tempo up the floor, taking it to the basket was Davila, but just could not finish. And it looks like Anderson really fighting through some pain.
Was that timeout for him or was it for a foul?
Anderson calling to come out of the game to recover. Finally, the ref lets it happen. It looks like there will be free throws from Josh Ribeiro.
That was kind of an odd play there. I didn't see a foul.
Ribeiro makes his first. A chance now to give Attleboro the 2-possession advantage. Good free throw shooting the leading scorer for the Bombardiers. 56-52 now, coming down to the final 3 minutes. And now a near steal.
The ref actually helped that play out. Would have been a backcourt violation if it wasn't for the referee.
Instead, now the three-point shot off the front of the rim. The ball up for grabs at midcourt. Arquilano goes down.
Committed the foul, but he stopped the fast break.
It looks like Anderson now is ready to check back into the game. Just needed a few minutes to recover from the contact that he suffered. We have a timeout here on the floor, I believe. Just a quick timeout. 56-52 the score. And again, quite a remarkable run there in the middle of this fourth quarter for the Milford Scarlet Hawks, really highlighted by those two three-point shots from Dwight Anderson that really got the team energized. They've been able to take a couple of leads here, but right now trailing 56-52, so they're going to need to dig deep once again.
Yeah, hopefully after that injury, Anderson can return to the form he was playing with a couple minutes ago. That's going to be huge for Milford going down with these last 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
Here's Silva, able to knock the first one home. Attleboro's gotten some real clutch free throw shooting here in the later parts of this fourth quarter. 58-52. Time starting to run thin for Milford, and a bad pass there. It goes out of play. Attleboro takes over.
Yeah, those were some good learning minutes for Tamani there. As a sophomore on this team, he'll be playing some big minutes in his Milford High career. These should only help him.
The lead is 6 now for Attleboro. Chance to really put the game out of reach, but Croto is able to get the strip. Really needing to come away with points here, but instead, a bad shot underneath the basket. Attleboro able to take over, and now the foul, and they'll really be able to salt this game away with free throws. I think you'll see a lot of fouling here from Milford in this final 2 minutes and 9 seconds. But another timeout on the court. We'll take the quick timeout as well. Back with more next here on Milford TV. Ricky Gutierrez to the free throw line for the Attleboro Bombardiers. Misses his first attempt.
These are some crucial free throws for Attleboro going down the stretch here. Like you said earlier, they could really put this game away. And he misses two. Those are big for Milford. Keeps them in the game.
They catch a break. 2:03 to go. The key for Milford is they cannot come away empty-handed on their offensive side of the floor. They need points here. As Torres drives inside.
Now, they don't necessarily need a three here, but they'll take it.
And they will indeed take it. A huge three-pointer. Looked like that might have been Davila.
I think it was, yeah.
Just like that, the lead cut to 3. This game not over yet. Gutierrez, a bad pass. It deflects out of play off of Attleboro.
If I'm Attleboro on the offensive end, I'm going down low to Murphy. He's been a key force all game for them.
Just when you thought Attleboro was on the verge of really securing this victory, it's back down to a one-possession game with 1 minute and 23 seconds to go. This is when you're really going to see which team can keep their composure. Here's Anderson working his way inside. Attleboro commits the foul, and Dwight Anderson will go to the free throw line.
Might not seem like it, but there's plenty of time left here. Milford doesn't necessarily need three-point shots just yet. They could still work to get to the basket and hopefully draw some fouls and score without the clock running.
And they do so right there. The first free throw goes through for Anderson. 58-56 now. The Attleboro lead down to 2. It will remain 2. Just seconds ago, it was a 6-point lead.
Milford's got to get a steal here. Attleboro naturally is going to slow the tempo down, hold the ball as long as they can. It's also important they come away with a basket here. Only a 2-point lead.
Inside to Murphy. And Washington called for the foul.
Some angry fans in the stands over that last call.
50 seconds left. The clock frozen now as Murphy prepares to shoot.
Doesn't seem like the noise in the gym has rattled these Attleboro free throw shooters. They've been pretty consistent all night.
And in particular, Murphy, who did struggle with his free throws in the first half, he's been much better, particularly here in the fourth quarter. Misses his second, but Ribeiro's able to get the rebound. Milford has struggled boxing out after the free throw attempts.
Surprised they didn't go for a foul there. They let quite a bit of time run off the clock, about 11 seconds.
Now timeout on the court. Attleboro with 59, Milford with 56. As both of these coaches, both of these teams try to strategize, each surpassing that point per game average we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. And it has been certainly no indication. If you were to just watch these two teams out on the court, you wouldn't know that each of them is in last place in their division. They've played a very competitive game. We've seen a lot of good play on both sides, good moments.
And both teams have greatly exceeded their average point totals for each game. I believe you said it was 48 per game for both teams, or around there. Now they're both, Milford about 8 over that, and Attleboro 11. Impressive showings on both sides of the ball for both teams.
Just 37 seconds to go as Josh Ribeiro for Attleboro will inbound.
Again, if I'm Attleboro here, I'm looking for Murphy.
Instead, it's Gutierrez. He gets the kiss off the glass. A big 2 points, 61-56. 28 seconds to go.
Now's the time Milford's got to look for a 3-point shot.
Instead, they work their way inside. 2 points from Davila.
Hard foul there by Kibbe.
Comes quick.
Didn't look intentional, though. Checks up on him to make sure he's okay. Gutierrez, I believe, will go to the line.
With just 16 seconds left.
A lot can happen in 16 seconds, though.
Gutierrez, a few mental mistakes earlier in this quarter, opened the door for Milford to come back. But he got a big bucket to extend the lead, and now at the free throw line, he gets another shot with 1 to go. And he's able to knock them both down.
Those are big free throws there. Looks like Torres is playing without a shoe.
As Shoe in the backcourt. As Kibbe tries to go to the basket now with the clock stopped. Torres recovers his missing shoe.
I like how he didn't stop playing there, though. That was impressive. Taking one for the team.
So Kibbe will go to the free throw line here. Brian Kibbe, the captain, with just 10 seconds left.
That's a bad foul by Attleboro, too. Stops the clock. They probably would have been better off letting them get the easy 2 and keep the clock running.
Kibbe misses the free throw. And then the immediate foul.
Things are starting to get out of hand for Milford now.
Kibbe upset with himself after missing that shot. And now it's Murphy at the line. Murphy misses his first. The lead is 5 for Attleboro currently. And Murphy misses both shots. Here's Torres pushing it the other way, 5 seconds left. They let it go from 3-point range, no good. And there is the final buzzer. So it is the visitors, the Attleboro Bombardiers, who are able to walk away with a 63-58 victory. But again, really nothing for Milford to hang their heads about. They were in this game all the way through, had the lead here with about 4 minutes to go in the game, but Attleboro just doing enough in the end to be able to secure the victory.
Absolutely, a very competitive game. Went back and forth throughout the whole game, and I knew at the beginning it could go either way, and now Attleboro's 2-8, Milford's 2-8, and hopefully Attleboro can turn their season around. And for Milford, it's just getting back on at practice and working on things that maybe didn't go their way today.
But again, a very good showing from a lot of players on the Milford side, and with every game it's a learning experience for this young team and also their first-year head coach as they look to continue to move things in a positive direction going forward. They'll have another home game coming up later on this week against Stoughton, a non-conference game against Hopedale coming up next week as well, so plenty of chances to see the team here on the home court coming up over the next couple of days. But that's going to wrap things up for our coverage here tonight. For Anthony Mazzini, I am Tim Coette. Your final score, one final time, Attleboro defeats Milford by a final score of 63-58. This has been a presentation of Milford High School boys basketball here on Milford TV. So long, everybody.